Hey there, my name is Jade and welcome to my space. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my Techo Kaigi for 2026. These are all the journals and planners that I'm using. And yeah, I know I've been gone for a long time, but I am back and better than ever. And yeah, I just want to share with you everything that I've been using recently. So first, I'm going to show you my planner. Not super interesting, but it is something that I use almost every day. And this is the Sterling Ink Common Planner, and I have it in my Traveler's Diner cover. And I do keep my clips on the top of my journals like this all the time. And yeah, this cover has been patinaing very well, and I really like how it's looking. And it's starting to get like that really worn and beat up look, and that's like what I want for all of my covers to look like. I know a lot of people in the Traveler's Notebook community like their covers to look pristine, but I don't know, I just like the look of aged leather, you know what I mean? Has more character, has a bigger story to tell, and yeah, that's just my personal opinion. But in here, like I said, I have the Sterling Ink Common Planner. Mine is the N1H planner. So N1 meaning that it's the size of Traveler's Notebook, and then H meaning horizontal. So the weeks look like this, very similar to the Hobonichi weeks. And I bought this planner for the first time last year and really enjoyed using it, even though I think I fell off with using it around like between August and September. I think I stopped using it last year because I was just going through a lot, but I've been using it decently well this year, even though I am still kind of going through a lot. But I'll just give you like a quick flip through. So the goal breakdown page, there's nothing on it. The yearly tracker, there's nothing there either. For the quarterly pages, I am trying to habit track. I am not good with habit tracking, but I am making a decently conscious effort this month. So I've been setting it up in my weekly pages, and I'm going to backfill this eventually. But yeah, so that's that quarterly page, and then of course July hasn't started yet. And then these are the monthlies. I'm also really bad at using the monthlies. This key is more so for record keeping that I was going to do in the monthlies that I just never did. But who knows, maybe I'll adopt that in the second half of the year to keep myself a bit more accountable. And yeah, so like I said, my monthlies are pretty blank because I don't really have anything. A, I don't have anything going on, but B, I've never really been good with using the monthlies anyway. It's just not something that I really turn to. For June, I just have my goals, and that's about it. So yeah, that's the monthlies. And then for the weeklies, my weeklies have evolved a lot. I tried to do my budget tracking that I did last year, kind of fell off with that. I was a bit decorative at the beginning of the month and then very quickly fell off with that. So like the most decorative it'll look is just me writing these like headers with my mild liners. But for what it looks like right now, this is this week. What I've been doing recently is I'll do like my weekly focus, and then I'll write down what my weekly focus is. I'll write out my habits, and then I'll write what I need to do for the week. And then for this side, instead of writing what I want to do, I will write down what I did. And I've been doing that at least since March or April, because I'm not someone who can really stick to like a very rigid to-do list. So instead of forcing myself to be that type of person, I'll just write down what I did and then move on with my day. You know what I mean? So that's that. And then there are note pages in the back, but I'm not going to flip through mine because everything back there is a bit personal. It has like my goals for the year, my budget, and like ideas for my 2 small businesses. So yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to get myself to a place where I'm using this as like my end all be all for all of my ideas and everything, but I have like a tendency to want to compartmentalize everything and have everything like separate from each other. But I know that like for what I want to accomplish with like my small business and everything does kind of need to be in one spot, and I'm trying to like get over that mental hurdle at the moment. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's going on with my planner. And then in the back I have pencil board, which I do use sometimes, and then that's about it. If you have never tried like the Common Planner, and you've like thought about it, or you've thought about getting like sterling ink products to put in your traveler's notebook, just like know that the Common Planner does kind of sort of take up all of the space that you can really get out of a traveler's notebook cover within the cover. So I don't keep anything else in here because it would be too bulky and everything would be poking out the sides. And yeah, and I probably will get another Common Planner as my planner for next year, and I will not be putting these number tabs. These were a mistake, and part of me wants to cut them out, but part of me like also doesn't, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, that's my planner. So next I have my journal. This is something that I have heavily relied on the last few months, and I love her, and yeah, she kind of means everything to me right now. And yeah, so this is the red Love and Trip traveler's notebook. I got her last year when she came out, and I've been using her very consistently the last like 6 months. I did set her up last year, but because of just everything that I was going through, I didn't journal a lot last year, like at all. I only journaled in like my A6 that I had set up and like used my sterling ink, but that was about it. And like I said, I fell off last year with my Common Planner in like August, and that's also like when I kind of fell off with like journaling in general last year. So yeah, last year was kind of nuts, and these last 6 months have also been nuts. I don't know why I have to keep saying that, but this is the journal that I've been using since March. When I first started the year, I was going to do 2 common planners, one as a planner and then the other one as a journal. And I was using the Common Planner as a journal, and I just ended up not liking it. And so in March is when I kind of changed my system around, and so this is what it semi-currently looks like. In March, I started this journal. This is what I'm calling the Everyday Chaos, and this is the weekly planner from Traveler's Company. I think I bought this like mid-February or early March, and I basically was using it as like my memory keeper, and I tore out some of the pages from my sterling ink and put them in here. And yeah, I liked this format of journaling for a little bit, but then it got tedious, and then on top of that I just got bored because a lot of my spreads started looking the same, and I have a hard time with journaling when a lot of my spreads look the same. And I know people are like, it's okay to have a style, and I'm not saying that like I'm annoyed with my style per se. I just kind of don't like that everything just looks the same and very cookie cutter. So I will probably fill up like my London trip because I was gone for 2 weeks. But everything outside of that, I don't think I'm really going to worry about filling in here. But I enjoyed it for the time being. It was really cool. This is one of my favorite spreads. And yeah, so that was that. So this journal was inside of this cover, and I just recently took it out. And I'll show you what it looks like now. But yeah, I have my clip on the front, a metal pen clip here. The pen that I use the most is the Hobonichi pen, and then I have like a little charm here that I got in London as well. Cherry blossom charm on the front. And then here's the inside. Stickers that I designed here. This little parking ticket envelope with ephemera and stickers on the inside. And then that goes in this pocket. And then I have the B-Sides and Rarities pouch from Traveler's Company with a photo strip of myself at Coachella. Washi tapes, pictures and stickers. And then this is the insert that I just put in to replace this one. I used to do a lot of journaling in mixed paper journals, and I wanted to get back to that. And last year when I got this cover and this insert came inside, I swapped out the papers for like different mixed papers. So I'll give you like a brief flip through. Oh my god. But yeah, started this on the 17th, and then the regular like Traveler's Company paper on the front, and then I have like this magazine paper here with just like this mini collage, and I haven't like journaled much else in here, but black paper, doily, cocoa paper, like this glitter type of vellum, this handmade paper, packaging paper, tracing paper, cardstock, not garbage, but like a paper bag. And yeah, this is Tomo River paper, and this I'm trying to like find my way back to myself without like getting too deep and too personal right now, but I'm trying to find my way back to myself. And I was happiest when I was journaling inside of a journal that had like all these fun different mixed papers inside of them. And then so this journal is going to be like for just like regular memory keeping, and then I have this journal which is more like my personal diary. And this is the Serica Studio Tomo River notebook. I bought this in March and I've been using it since. On the back I have a picture, not a picture, but a sticker of Sailor Moon. And then on the front, this is a sticker that I got off of Redbubble, and it's of Mr. Robot, if you've seen the show before. And in Mr. Robot, there's like the scene where he repeatedly says, "Mind awake, body asleep." And because I put this sticker here, I put that quote here as well. And Mr. Robot is like one of my all-time favorite shows. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. But I'm not going to flip through this for real either. But I'll show you like one little spread. I do like decorate in here to make it like a bit more enjoyable for myself. But yeah, this is like my Coachella spread. Nothing in here is like super personal, so I can show it to you. But yeah, I do basically just like long form journaling in here, and I talk about my feelings and like things that are going on with my life. And yeah, I'll put pictures of myself. These are from like Coachella. And yeah, there's a lot of like happy times in here, but there's also like a lot of sad times in here as well, which is why I'm not really like going through it. But like I said, I am decorating the pages inside, and because of that, I have like taken pictures and will post them on Instagram, but of course they're going to be like, all the text is going to be blurred. So yeah, these are like my two main journals, memory keeping and personal, like everyday life type of journaling. And then back here I have my pocket, which has mostly stickers. And then I also have the sticker book insert, which has all of my stickers, just a ton of stickers. And then in the back, I have my Traveler's Company pencil board. And then all of this is sitting inside of the back secretarial pocket. So that is like my personal journal. And then for my last journal, I have the Traveler's Hotel edition with this charm that I got recently in London. It's just the letter J with Big Ben, the phone booth, and then the buses. Yeah, I just thought it was fun and different, and I thought it would make a really cute charm on the front, and it does. So everything in here is like new. First time really using this cover like full time, but also 2 like new types of journals. So first I have the Traveler's Company little plastic organizer thing. I have the Traveler's Diner postcard here. I have some dot stickers here, but then this brown insert is my Commonplace book. I've tried like doing a Commonplace book in the past, and for some reason it just didn't click for me, but recently it did, and I don't know like what the difference was. Maybe time, maybe age, I don't know, but I understand commonplacing now much more than I did like a year or 2 ago. So I started a Commonplace book. This is also the Serica Studio insert, and yeah, I put my key on a post-it because I don't know if it's like what I'm still going to like want to track or anything, but I have health and wellness, hobbies, movies, TV, music, etc., research, articles, quotes, and work as like my key. And so I use these dot stickers from AliExpress. They come on like a roll, and I have these sitting in here for this. And yeah, so my first entry says focus on improving, not proving, and then I just wrote like a little excerpt about like how I'm feeling. And I was going to do this thing where like all the copied text was going to be in blue and then my opinions were going to be in black, but I'm on the fence about that. I feel like it's kind of annoying, but at the same time I also feel like it isn't, if that makes sense. So yeah, and then I have several articles about like a dysregulated nervous system. So this is one about like a dysregulated nervous system and how to help heal that. And then another one from a different website about how to help a dysregulated nervous system. And then I have like this little Tumblr post that I found about things that help, like easy things that help with a dysregulated nervous system. And yeah, I guess you guys can tell me like your opinions on the blue ink. I don't know how I feel about it right now. Like I like it, but then at the same time I don't. Like I kind of just wish this was all black, but at the same time like I understand why I did what I did, so I don't know. But yeah, this is my Commonplace book, and then of course the dot system is copied from Megan Rhiannon. Not like directly copied, because I'm tracking like different things than her, but just like the concept of the dots, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's that. And then this journal is my travel journal. Like I said, I went to London and was there for 2 weeks, and yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. I'm working through this very slowly, but I'm really liking how it's turning out, and yeah, I'm excited. This is another mixed paper insert. However, this is a mixed paper insert made out of different traveler's notebooks. So I combined the craft paper notebook, the cream paper, the grid paper, the dot grid paper, I believe, and I think maybe the lightweight paper as well. I can't remember. But yeah, I combined all those different papers together just to have it like be mixed and stuff. So as you can tell, it's like craft paper, cream paper, craft paper, dot grid, craft paper, grid, and it just like goes on and on and on. And yeah, so that's this journal, and I'm gonna be slowly working through this and documenting my trip for the next couple of months. And then in the back I have pictures that I printed out for my trip. I can show you like a couple really quick. I'm really proud of these. I made like these little photo booth strips on Canva, and yeah, I love how they turned out. So gonna put those in there. And then in here I have like stickers, more so for my trip and for my travel journal. And then I have this pencil board in the back. And then in the back, of course, I also have the Techo Kaigi. This is the translucent purple glitter one, and then I also have the same one but in the pink color. And yeah, so yeah, those are all the planners and journals that I'm using as of right now. I know it's a bit like, I don't know if I would call it chaotic or not, but it's taken me a long time to get to this point where I'm content with what my system looks like, just because a lot has been going on in my life recently. Got broken up with, went to Coachella, went to London, have been dealing with a lot of rejection, so this year's been quite bizarre to say the least. So I'm kind of just doing the best that I can and being gentle with myself while I'm going through like this weird period, and I'm trying to just enjoy journaling about all of it as best as I can in a way that makes sense to me. And I hope that this in a way made sense to you guys too. So yeah, on that note, I will definitely see you in the next one, and yeah, stay gold.